will study two more operators. In the previous lecture, we have studied a very important operator in quantum mechanics. That's the Hermitian operator, and we have seen the properties, theorems related to that operator. In this lecture, let us study two more operators: the unitary operator and a projection operator. So first, let us start with the unitary operator. The definition of unitary operator is: a linear operator U is said to be unitary if its inverse U inverse is equal to its adjoint U dagger. So if U dagger is equal to U inverse, then that operator is called as unitary operator. So there is one more condition, that U dagger or U dagger U will be equal to identity operator, where I is identity operator. So these are the two conditions. If any operator satisfies these two conditions, then actually these are not separate. So from this we can get this condition. So if any operator satisfies this condition or this condition, then that operator is called as unitary operator. So let us see a theorem on unitary operator. The theorem is: product of two unitary operators is also unitary. So let us take two unitary operators U and V, and what we have to prove is, so now this is our operator, this is completely our operator. For example, if you take here A dagger is equal to A inverse instead of U, then this complete thing will become A dagger. So this will be our, or else so we need to prove this one. That A, let us take this one as A. So A into A dagger is equal to I. So we want to prove this one. So in this product of these two U and V is our A, and its dagger A dagger. So if we take it as I, if you get it as I, then A will be unitary operator. A means U into V. So what is U into V? Product of two unitary operators. So product of two unitary operators is also unitary. So we need to prove this one. So for this, consider UV into UV dagger. So consider this. So now let us apply the property of adjoint. Let us keep this as it is, UV. So let us apply the property of adjoint. So we get V dagger and U dagger, because we know that AB dagger is equal to B dagger, A dagger. So here the order will be changed. Now we can group like this. U I will keep outside. So V and V dagger, and this is U dagger. So I am grouping like this. Now what will be V into V dagger? V into V dagger, because V is a unitary operator. If it is a unitary operator, means it will be following this relation, this condition. So V into V dagger will be I. So this I get U into I into U dagger. Now what will be U into I? Operator into identity operator will be again the same operator, U into U dagger. So here I can write as V is unitary operator. So now we got U into U dagger. So what will be U into U dagger? U into U dagger is I. So this will be I, because as U is unitary operator. So we got this one. So this into this is equal to I. That means this has to be a unitary operator. So what is this? This is product of two unitary operators. So hence it is proved that product of two unitary operators is also unitary. So very simple unitary operator. We will not go much detail into this one. So we have not seen in detail what is inverse operator also. So very simple the definition and one theorem related to unitary operator. Now let us see one more operator, which is the projection operator. Next, let us study the projection operator. The definition of projection operator is an operator P is said to be projection operator if it is Hermitian and equal to its own square. So how do we write an Hermitian operator? An operator which satisfies this P dagger is equal to P is the Hermitian operator. So the projection operator is a Hermitian operator. That means it satisfies this condition. And the second is that operator P is equal to its square. That means P square is equal to P. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then that operator is called as Hermitian. That operator is called as projection operator. The best example for projection operator is identity operator. Identity operator I. Because for identity operator, so I dagger will be equal to I, and I square if you do for the identity operator, again it will be I. So the identity operator is the example for projection operator. So let us see four properties of projection operators. Out of those four properties, we'll just prove the first property. The first property is the product of two commuting projection operators P1 and P2 is also a projection operator. So the product, so let us consider P1 and P2 such that P1 and P2 are projection operators. So if P1 and P2 are projection operators, that means they will follow these conditions, that P1 dagger is equal to P1 and P1 square is equal to P1. P2 is also a projection operator, means it will also follow the condition P2 dagger is equal to P1 and P2 square is equal to P2. So let us consider the product. So let us consider P1 into P2. So what we want to prove is product of two projection operators is also a projection operator. So P1, P2, we take dagger of this one. So this is written as P2 dagger, the order changes, and P2 dagger is nothing but P2 and P1 dagger is nothing but P1, because so here it is, P2 dagger is nothing but P1 because P1 and P2 are projection operators. So this we got P2 is equal to P1, and this will be equal to P1 P2 if P1 and P2 this commutation is equal to 0. So this we have seen in the previous one more derivation of the operator, that P2 P1, there we had AB is equal to BA if AB commute. So here P2 P1 will be equal to P1 P2 if P1 P2 commute. So that is commuting projection operators. So what we started with P1 P2 dagger and we got P1 P2 dagger. Sorry, we started with P1 P2 dagger and we got P1 P2. So it's like this condition, dagger, and again we get the same condition. So dagger and again we get the same condition if and only if P1 and P2 commute with each other. So therefore product of two projection operators is also a projection operator, we are proving. So only one condition we have proved so far, so we should prove this condition also. So let us take P1 P2 square. So this will be P1 P2 into P1 P2. So this will be P1 into P, this will be P1 square P2 square. So that will be, so P1 square, P1 is a projection operator, so P1 square will be P1. So that will be P1. P2 square will be again P2. See it. P1 P2 square is equal to P1 P2. So this is following the basic definition of projection operator. So both the properties are proved. So therefore the product of two commuting projection operators P1 and P2 is also a projection operator. Let us see few more properties. We will not go in detail about these properties. We'll just see them quantitatively. The second property is the sum of two projection operators is generally not a projection operator. Suppose if we have two projection operators P1 and P2, its sum P1 and P2 is not generally a projection operator. So this is not a projection operator. Generally it's not a projection operator. So there is a condition that we'll see it later. The second is two projection operators are said to be orthogonal if their product is 0. If their product P1 P2 is equal to 0, then P1 and P2 are orthogonal operators, orthogonal projection operators. Okay, the fourth one is the condition for, so this is related to property number 2. The condition for a sum of projection operators P1, P2, P3 to be projection operator, it is necessary and sufficient that these projection operators be mutually orthogonal. So suppose if I take P1 plus P2, sum of two projection operators, this will be again a projection operator if this square is equal to P1 plus P2. So if this condition is satisfied, of course there is one more condition, that one more definition is it should be a Hermitian. So P1 P2 dagger should be equal to P1 P2. So this can be proved, but the difficulty comes here. So this will be not always true, as we have seen in property number 2. So when it will be true, that we'll see. Okay, so consider P1 plus P2 square. So this will be P1 square plus P2 square. So cross terms will come here, 2P1 P2. Okay, and this can be written as P1 square can be written as P1, P2 square can be written as P2 because P1 and P2 are projection operators, and 2P1 P2. So just now we have seen that if we are able to prove that P1 plus P2 square is equal to P1 plus P2, then we say that the sum of two projection operators is also a projection operator. So we tried to do that. So we got the term, this required term, but this additional term is there. So how to eliminate this additional term? So what is this additional term? P1 and P2. So we have seen here two projection operators are said to be orthogonal if their product is 0. So if we want to make it to be 0, then P1 and P2 should be orthogonal. P1 and P2 should be orthogonal. So that's why the condition, so this is the condition, if P1 and P2 are orthogonal, then only the sum of two projection operators will be a projection operator. So in this lecture we have seen two operators, the unitary operator and the projection operator. So very simple operators. So let us see some questions. So define unitary operator, straightforward. Prove that product of two unitary operators is also unitary. We have proved this. That may come for 5 marks. Define projection operator. We have done it, straightforward. Prove that the product of two commuting projection operators P1 and P2 is also a projection operator. This also we have done, straightforward. Explain projection operator. If the question is for 10 marks, then what you have to do is you have to write the definition. So you have to write the definition, example, and these properties. So if the question is for 10 marks, so that's it. So we will end this lecture. In the next lecture we will go for some other topic of quantum mechanics.